Hi, I'm Brian King, and this is another part of our series of what's the DNA of King Law and how do we build our firm. One of the most important things that we have to be really frank about is King Law is not a nonprofit. It's a profit-run business. So we have to figure out how can we provide a fantastic service for the clients that we need, who oftentimes don't have a lot of money, and be able to turn that into something that allows for us to have the lifestyles that our families need, that pays for the insurance, that pays for all of the benefits and all the things that we have as a team that we need to be able to accomplish. And when it boils down to it, at a law firm, it's very simple. It's two things. It's new clients and it's closing our current client cases. And they're both equally important. So first and foremost, with our new clients is that we have to be willing at any time, no matter what our schedule is, how busy it is, that we can take time out and bring in new clients. So for attorneys, that means that they have to have gold time in Clio. They have to have time that they have dedicated over time. So at least 20% of your time needs to be devoted to bringing in new clients, because it's so important when a new client comes in that they talk to an attorney within 24 hours. And the only way we can do that is to have a compassion and where we are always looking to be able to have a new client that we can take care of and be able to solve that legal issue. But we can't do that without taking care and closing the cases that we have. That means that when you are working with a client, you should always be looking at what will get this case done for the client. Because the one thing that clients want is resolution in a reasonable amount of time. They understand that it's going to cost money. They understand that it's going to take time. But they want to make sure that everything that they do is dedicated towards closing that case. So when you're doing discovery in a case, or you're doing a negotiation or a mediation, it needs to be, well, how can we get this client case resolved for them? Now, many times that's going to be trial. So that means fighting to make sure that the judges are there, will listen to our trial as soon as we can, that we can get all the work cram-packed that we need to in a time period that we can turn around and get that case closed. Because if a client gets a great result, but it takes 2, 3 years to get it done, they're going to be dissatisfied. It doesn't matter about the result if it takes too long to get there. And they're not going to get a result that is done quickly unless it's a good result. So you have to be able to take that time and be able to determine, does this action, whatever that action is, does it get me closer to a case resolution? Because you don't want to just spin your wheels. You don't want to just spend your time communicating or doing these things. You want it to be result oriented, and the clients will appreciate that. So if you're a client listening to this video, understand that what we're trying to do is to get you to end resolution in your best case. That might be trial, that might be a negotiated settlement. It's very difficult to know as you piece it together, but everything is directed towards that goal. And if you're a new team member, you're looking and understanding that those are the two things that we're focused on, because that in the end is what takes care of clients, makes sure that clients are fully resolved, and it ends up in a situation that makes us money and keeps our clients satisfied. So if you keep those two things in mind, it doesn't matter what practice area group or otherwise that you're in, that you're thinking, what's going to get me a new client so I can understand it, and once that person becomes a client, what's going to resolve their case? Those are very simple factors, but it makes all the difference in running a large law firm. So it comes down to those two things, the two ways that we make money as a law firm, we don't apologize about, but at the same time, takes care of current clients and brings in new clients.